Hello students, welcome to chemistry classes. Today's topic is evaporation. We know that particles of matter are always moving and are never at rest. In the case of liquids, a small fraction of particles at the surface having higher kinetic energy is able to break away from the forces of attraction of other particles and gets converted into vapor. This phenomena of change of a liquid into vapors at any temperature below its boiling point is called evaporation. So, evaporation is nothing but a thermal separation process. Theoretically, evaporation means simply vaporization from the surface of the liquid. Vaporization of a liquid below its boiling point is called evaporation. During evaporation, water turns from a liquid to a gas. Water moves from rivers and lakes into the atmosphere in the form of water vapor. Water vapor forms clouds. Water changes into solid. Let's understand this with an activity. Take 5 ml of water in a test tube and keep it near a window or under a fan. Take 5 ml of water in an open china dish and keep it near a window or under a fan. Take 5 ml of water in an open china dish and keep it inside a cupboard or on a shelf in your class. Record the room temperature. Record the time or days taken for the evaporation process in above cases. What do you infer about the effect of temperature, surface area and wind velocity on evaporation? You must have observed that the rate of evaporation depends upon surface area, temperature and wind velocity. Water kept in china dish near window evaporated in about half an hour, while water kept in test tube took about 1 hour to get evaporated. Water kept in china dish took more than 1 hour to get evaporated. In rainy days, double time was taken to get water evaporated. This activity shows that rate of evaporation increases with increase in surface area and wind speed and decreases with increase in humidity. Factors affecting rate of evaporation. There are 4 factors to affect evaporation: temperature, surface area, humidity and wind speed. Temperature. Temperature is also affected rate of evaporation. The rate of evaporation increases on increasing the temperature of the liquid. Hence, evaporation is directly proportional to the temperature of evaporating surface. With the increase of temperature, more number of particles get enough kinetic energy to go into the vapor state. Second, surface area. We know that evaporation is a surface phenomena. If the surface area is increased, the rate of evaporation increases. The rate of evaporation increases on increasing the surface area on the liquid. The rate of evaporation can be increased by increasing the surface area of the liquid. For example, while putting cloths for drying up, we spread them out. Humidity. When the humidity of air is low, then the rate of evaporation is high and water evaporates more readily. When the humidity of air is high, then the rate of evaporation is low and water evaporates very slowly. So, we can say that humidity is the amount of water vapor present in air. The air around us cannot hold more than a definite amount of water vapor at a given temperature. If the amount of water in air is already high, the rate of evaporation decreases. It is a common observation that cloths dry faster on a windy day. With the increase in wind speed, the particles of water vapors move away with the wind, decreasing the amount of water vapor in the surrounding. Evaporation depends on the wind speed as well. How does evaporation cause cooling? In an open vessel, the liquid keeps on evaporating. The particles of liquid absorb energy from the surroundings to regain the energy lost during evaporation. This absorption of energy from the surroundings makes the surroundings cold.